Hello, hi guys. Today we're gonna work on paragraph shrinking. So when we're gonna be to be able to paragraph shrink, we're gonna find that topic sentence so that we know where our one paragraph is on our page, and then we're gonna find that most important information, and then kind of like figure out what we want to say and restate it. So we're going to shrink information from a paragraph into one little main idea. Just one. It might seem hard, but we can do it. So I want you to think about what we're going to do and then tell your neighbor. What are we going to do today? That's right, we're going to look at paragraphs and shrink them into one main idea. So first of all, the steps to shrinking, paragraph shrinking would be number 1, to identify who or what, so the person, animal, place, or thing that a paragraph is mostly about. So who is this about? Number 2, identify the most important information about the who or what. So what about that person, place, or thing is super important to know? And number 3, we're going to shrink all that information into one main idea statement. So it should be about 10 words or less. So we're going to look at this paper that I gave to you. So we're going to start with the first paragraph, just right at the top. Super easy to find. When does this one end? With the words, what's the last sentence? That's right. The rise in temperature can cause problems for plants, wildlife, and humans. So we're just going to look at that first chunk. So I will read it to you, and we're going to be thinking about who is most important, what's going on with them, just for this first part. The greenhouse effect is the rise in temperature that Earth experiences because certain gases in the atmosphere trap energy from the sun that is reflecting off Earth. Energy that would otherwise escape back into outer space. Scientists now believe that the greenhouse effect is making Earth warmer enough to drastically change the climate. An increase in global temperature of just 1 degree can impact rainfall patterns and sea levels. The rise in temperature can cause problems for plants, wildlife, and humans. So first, we're going to figure out who and what this is about. Can anyone tell me what the most important thing is? This main idea. Person, place, or thing. There can be more than one. But what is the most important? That's right, the greenhouse effect is what we're talking about. It's also super helpful to look, what's the title? Is it the same? So then now that we have our who and our what, we can look back and think the most important information from this article was, it is making Earth warmer and changing the climate, which could cause problems for living things. Yeah. So now that we have this, next we're going to shrink it. We're going to make it shorter. Just the most important things that we need to know. It's really going to help us combine into that main idea statement. So remember, the fewer words, the better. A good main idea statement has 10 words or less. So if we shrink it, we can cross out that last part, which could cause problems for living things. Because we already kind of said that with climate change. Kind of the same thing. So now, let's count the words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I shrunk about 7 words off from that first thing I said. So now that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whatever. Cool. So we have about 9 to 10 words now that says the greenhouse effect is making Earth warmer and changing the climate. So that's how we got there. We started with this big paragraph, and then we picked apart who is important, what was going on for that thing, and then we took and then went, whoop, we don't need all those words. So now we just have a short little main idea of about 10 words. So now we're going to do one all together. I'll read paragraph 2, and then we'll talk about who and what, and then shrinking it together. So paragraph 2 says, water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrogen oxide, chlorofluorocarbons, ozone, perfluorocarbons, and hydrofluorocarbons are the greenhouse gases in our atmosphere. These are the gases. These types of gases behave much like the glass pane of a greenhouse. The glass lets in the light but prevents heat from escaping, causing the greenhouse to heat up, much like the inside of a car parked in the sun on a hot day. So that was a lot. A lot of those were big words because they were all those gases that are combining together to make it hot. That's right. Yep. So what were we talking about? Greenhouse gases. Good job, everyone. So then, what was most important? Can someone tell me? Yes, they behave like the glass panes in a greenhouse and prevent the heat from escaping from Earth's atmosphere. So it stays really hot in there. So now let's shrink it up. How can we shrink this up? What can we get rid of? About that like glass pane stuff, yeah. We don't need those types of words. People, yeah. So all together we can get this little tiny statement that says greenhouse gases prevent heat from escaping Earth's atmospheres because they get stuck. They don't leave. Good job, everyone. So now I want you to do paragraph 3 where it starts with people are contributing to Earth's warming by increasing the CO2 in the atmosphere. And then it's the last paragraph on our page, everyone. So you do that, and I'm going to walk around. Now that we've done this together, we're going to use rule-based summary strategies to add on to this idea. Kind of another kind of summary area. So now we know how we can shrink it into that. Now we're going to, so you're going to be able to like rephrase, delete, substitute information. So can someone remind me what rule-based summary strategies are? Yeah, it's like rephrasing things. So yeah, we're going to work on that next.